All right, coming to the inside, you can see we have a frameless door. This is 100% wool.
What?
From Japan.
I kept saying cloth. This is wool?
No, this is Japanese wool.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back to TTC Cars. I'm Brian.
And I'm Sam.
And boy, we've got something special today, and it's actually a 1996 Toyota Crown Majesta. We've had a lot of questions about this. You might have seen in the background or on social media or maybe just in my driveway a lot. And look, I gotta put it out there. This is not my car. This is not a loaner. Toyota did not give us this. This is Sam's. This is Sam's daily. He dailies this thing, and he came out of a
97 Civic.
Yeah, Civic Coupe with a D-swap or B-swap.
B-swap, yeah.
Pretty sick car, but also a freaking rattled your spine kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I kept old manning him and saying, dude, you're putting up with a lot of torture. You don't need to do that. And he went completely the opposite direction and got an air ride JDM, I can actually say that on this one, right-hand drive V8 sedan. So the closest way I know to explain this, and Sam kind of hates when I say this, it's kind of like a Japanese Crown Vic, but not actually a Crown Vic, more like a Mercury Grand Marquis because it's nicer than a Crown Vic, but not quite town car because it doesn't even have leather inside. So let's talk about it real quick, Sam. The color is ebony teal. I don't know if our camera's gonna catch it or not, but it is both super dark green and also just black. Depends on where the light's at and which side of the car you're on. And I believe it's over the most 90s Japanese gray. That's what we're gonna call it. I think if you go to a Japanese restaurant and anywhere, that will be somewhere. That color will be there. It's pretty cool. A few things I want to point out, Sam, is that we are in a different era here. You know, that over there, see that thing? A lot of plastics, a lot of metals. There's still plastic here. I'm not gonna pretend like there isn't. But do you know why this hasn't faded? It's glass. It's glass. We haven't gotten better. I know that for pedestrian safety, we really can't do that anymore, but that just feels so premium. You're never gonna buff that out because you don't need to. It's perfectly done. Let's check out the nose on this thing. The Snoz has got some presence. That's one thing that it doesn't look like just any car. This grille is a waterfall grille. It has the Crown logo on it, which is specific to just this model. That's not a Toyota brand. You don't see the Crown on anything else. It's just this. Down low, you have some marker lights on here. Are these cornering lamps, Sam?
Yes.
Okay, so when you use your turn signals at night, that'll give you some light in there. You do have in this glass lens traditional halogen lights, and then you've got a fog light right here. It's kind of yellow, which is pretty cool. And then you've got your corner markers on the outside. Oh, the corner markers are plastic.
Yeah, they are.
Headlights are glass. Okay, but they're still. This is just a clean example. I don't get it how you found such a cream puff. Another example is if you find a '96 Crown Victoria, it won't be in this good a condition. Part of that's because we just don't take care of cars culturally as well as the Japanese do. And this might just be built a whole lot better. So these don't blink like on a Lincoln when you put your turn signal on, but at night they do glow in like a green hue. I love it. It looks like the green from your 90s Casio alarm clock. It's so cool. I love it. Just a lot of charm in this thing. Coming on down, you have a little bit of chrome on the flares, a little bit of class. Down here we have, and this is where I think Grand Marquis, because my mom had a Grand Marquis with this almost exact looking wheel. It is aluminum with a plastic cap, 215/65 15s. That's a 15, baby. That was normal. Make 15s normal again, please, because they ride so good. These are Yokohama. Looks like they're Ecos tires. You tell me, Sam. You've been with them.
They're Ecos, and you can only get those in Japan.
Oh, really? So even the tires are JDM specs. So I think they're good, though. They're quiet.
Yeah, they are.
Now, I haven't done any burnouts on this. I don't think you have either, have you? I don't think you need to in this kind of car, but you can. It is air ride, like I said, so you can raise and lower the suspension. Sam was telling me that in Japan, depending on where you live when you order this car in Japan, you can get it with all-wheel drive. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and rear steer.
And rear steer, which is not an option if you lived in maybe a less winter climate of Japan.
Yep.
So really region specific. You couldn't be in a non-snow area and get the all-wheel drive. That's kind of cool. Coming down the side, you have, again, the same green paint, chrome door handles, and Sam's gonna cover interior, but I wanna cover this. Frameless window like an 80s American muscle car. That's kind of cool. 80s American muscle cars are atrocious for wind noise. This is not. Turns out you can do it and it's not awful. Bravo, that's really cool. Coming down, you get another door, and then you get another Crown logo, which is cool. I'm really enamored by this. This is something you just don't see here very much. That's pretty cool. Coming on the side, at the back, I want to point out this, and it's gonna be subtle. There's a little bit of like a kind of a fin. This taillight looks like it's off of like a Jag to me, like a 90s Jag. What did you think it's off of?
Yeah, I think it screams Cadillac to me.
I'm not seeing Caddy quite as much, but I guess I am right here with this spine right there. Yeah, I get that. So this wide part is Jag to me, but this line is the most subtle fin I've ever seen on any car. Love it. Coming out back, you've got a traditional license plate in the middle, and this is fitting an American plate right now, but it would normally have a Japanese
Yeah,
plate.
and you can see the holes actually don't even line up on Japanese plates. They're wider.
Wow. So, oh, you had to drill the plate itself.
I did, yeah.
Oh, those are the factory plates, or holes. Okay, pretty cool. On the back here, Sam, explain this to me. It says Chiba Toyota.
Yeah, so that was actually the dealership that it came from in Japan.
Okay. Okay, so that was a dealer tag.
Yeah,
so instead of having, that's actually a good idea. Hey, car brands in America, don't put emblems or stickers on our paint. Do something like that. I'm okay with that. You can take that off if you don't like it. It doesn't mess anything up. Because it's not a press car, this has been doing some living, and it is 30 years old just about. And it's got a few scuffs, right? I wonder if this bumper could tell us what that is. Was this a Yakuza mob attack situation? Because this is definitely a Yakuza mobster's car. Not the leader, but his henchmen. They all drive these. And then you've got radar sensors here. I imagine there used to be a cap on that until someone bumped it off.
So that actually was from freight.
Oh, really?
On the way over here, it got scuffed up from freight.
It was owned respectfully. Yeah. Dang, I thought I had a good name for that one. All right, I'm not gonna get in the trunk, but I'm gonna let you hear what this thing sounds like because I'm pretty excited about the powertrain on this. It's something you may have heard before. Oh, baby, that might be the most quiet exhaust I've ever heard. What do you think, Sam?
You know, when you started getting up in the rev ranges, it seemed like it wanted a party.
Oh, it did. But most of the intake noise, well, the noise is from the intake, which is up front. Let's go check that out. All right, boys and girls, let's check this out. I'm gonna deduct it 100 points if it doesn't have struts. It does have struts. I'm gonna add 100 points now. And now look, in typical Toyota fashion, I'm too tall for it, but look at this. This is a 1UZ FE V8. It's a 4-liter V8, 32 valve, and this is a similar motor, not exactly the same, to the LS400 V8 that we got here in America. That's pretty cool, and this is also the only, that I'm aware of at least, aviation rated engine ever made for a car. That's pretty cool. It's so smooth, the FAA said, yeah, you can put that in a plane. And the FAA is stringent on everything. You can't pick your nose while you're flying a plane. That's pretty impressive. And also kind of silly that Toyota was like, I know how we'll impress the Americans. We'll put it in a plane, which they never actually did, but they just got it rated for that. What they did do with this is put it in a boat. Sam, you showed me one time, was it 1UZ or 2UZ V8s in boats?
It was 2 1UZ V8s.
2 1UZ, okay. That's crazy. So let's talk about power. This thing's good for 265 horsepower, 267 foot-pounds of torque. And I want to get back to the Crown Vic notion. On throttle, it sounds a little bit like a blend between a 32-valve Ford and a 2-valve Crown Victoria. It sounds incredible. And I love that it's not silent when you get in it, but when you don't, it is absolutely silent. This is one of the most refined, luxurious products, even in today's market. It's pretty insane. Behind that is an ISM 4-speed automatic going to an independent rear suspension, and that's pretty much all there is to it. Time for interior with Sam.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what's working on the inside, because I think that's a little more important. But first things first.
What, you're getting philosophical on us?
Hey.
Okay.
This is what makes you want to drive a car, is how good the interior is.
Look how big this thing is. How many bodies can the Yakuza get in here? I think at least 4.
Probably 3 or 4.
Well,
so for
5.
sure, 2 golf bags with a cart fitting back here.
Oh, like a caddy cart?
Yeah, a caddy cart.
Okay.
They all fit back here. But yeah, you have a lot of room. And then if you look right here, you get a 10-disc CD changer.
Oh, let's
from
go.
The factory.
Let's go. It's got a cartridge and everything. Oh, 12 discs, dude.
Yeah,
12 discs. That's pretty sick.
You know,
love that that exists.
Yeah, so back here, we're just going to get your spare. You get full-size spare and then a little toolkit.
Okay. Okay.
And we get a jack and nothing fancy. Got a regular bar just in case.
What's behind that wall? Is that just
so? Back here is actually the fuel tank, which is weird, but it kind of makes sense too, because if you think about it, if you're sitting inside and you have a fuel tank behind you, granted it's not the safest thing, but it's kind of blocking some of the noise that's coming from the outside. So I think Toyota kind of thought about that, because they could have just put it under the car.
Toyota's packaging is always interesting.
Yeah, so it's back there, and then there's also a sub under there, which we'll get into later. But yeah, this is the trunk. So let's check out the inside and see what we're working with. All right, coming to the inside, you can see we have a frameless door, nice and timeless. And then you can see this. What is this?
This is mouse fur.
This is 100% wool.
What?
From Japan.
I kept saying cloth. This is wool?
This is Japanese wool.
Oh my gosh. It looks like a 90s cubicle textile pattern.
Yeah, this is screaming bowling alley to me.
Bowling, okay.
This is bowling alley floor.
I can see that.
Yeah, you see that? Okay, anyways, but we can see on the door we have in 90s fashion.
Let's go.
Ashtrays, baby.
Love that.
And then we have a nice little speaker down here matched with some more carpet on the bottom and a nice little door light to let you know where you're gonna be stepping in.
Sure.
And then coming into the inside.
Wait, Sam.
What's going on?
The plastic's still on your sill plate.
Oh,
you notice this?
Right. Yeah, they are.
Has anyone used this car before?
You know, it has 40,000 miles.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's pretty cream puff.
Yeah, definitely. Goodbye. Okay.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. And then anyways, coming to the seats, we have more wool. We have an adjustable headrest that is actually tilting. You can tilt it front and back. There you go.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay.
And then if we hop in here, actually, you know what? Let's keep going. Let's keep going down. And you see these bottoms?
Yeah.
These are Japanese waves.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought you were getting
Japanese waves.
I always thought you were getting fancy with a vacuum.
Nope. And then it just goes all the way around. You see, we have it. It comes all the way around. It's actually 3 separate pieces.
Okay.
And then you see, actually, I'm gonna hop in here and show you. Brian, would you mind turning it into accessory mode?
Oh, sure.
Back here, you're a Yakuza mobster, or you're just a politician in Japan.
Maybe.
You want to take a little nap.
Oh, wait. Are you reclining?
I'm reclining the seats. Oh, and my legs are touching the front now.
Well, that's a problem.
What? I can't tell the guy in front of me. I can't tell my bodyguard, hey, get out of the way. I just say, I don't have to say anything.
You just move them up.
I just move them up.
Absolute control.
And that's it. And then you want to know something else? Let's say I don't like the music that they're listening to. I open this little flap and I can control everything from back here.
AC control?
AC from back here, yeah, because it's up here by
gosh.
your face. Up here on the top by your face.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so you have rear AC. So you're taking a nap, you have the AC blowing, and you're listening to your favorite tunes, and then you wake up and you go make a $1 billion deal.
Man,
That's it.
Be jamming some Japanese funk.
You get 2 cup holders in the rear.
Wait, how do you use
A
your cup
jump
holders
box?
and your armrest though?
Actually, no, you just open it back here. That's it.
Okay.
It's perfectly fits right here.
Okay,
That's all it is.
Medium pass.
And then back here too, you have an 8-inch sub. That's all. And yeah, let's check out the front because that's actually a little bit less intriguing. All right, coming to the front, we are met with some more Japanese wool. And then on this side, I get window controls for all the windows, I get to unlock the doors. I have the window child safety lock, if you will. And then on these doors, I have a little bit of pockets, you know.
Yeah, okay. Well,
in Japan, they don't really have too much junk to be thrown in the car. So they don't really give you that much space in here, but you can throw maybe your files. Because you're a businessman.
That's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing. You're throwing files right here.
If it brings joy, bring it with you.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then coming to the interior, you know what, Brian?
Okay.
I'm just gonna hop in here.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in here and show the people what is the big deal. So
yeah, what is the big deal, Sam?
The big deal is in the front, when this screen is working, you can actually watch TV in Japan.
Oh my gosh.
So you turn it on to your favorite channel.
Does that work while you're driving?
That works while you're driving. But anyways, yeah, so you can see we have, it's kind of weird too because we are met with like some English, right?
Well, those are kind of like universal automotive icons, right?
And then on the side, we actually do get navigation.
But you don't know what you're hitting.
Turn by turn navigation.
Do you read Japanese?
Nah, you just use Google Translate and it tells you.
What? Okay, I guess you memorize it, right?
Yeah, but either way, like this stuff doesn't work in the navigation doesn't work in the U.S. because this.
Oh, it's not mapped for the States.
Yeah, so it's only mapped for Japan.
Okay.
And so down here we get all of our audio controls. So we have the TV button right there. We have CD, you have our tape, which I have a bunch of adapters for to listen to music. Yeah, so it's an audio power adapter. You just plug it into the circuit. Okay. Yeah, it's the cassette. You plug it in, and that's about it. But if you look, we get in and put the key in. Oh, it's
power column.
Power column.
That's way ahead of its time.
And then we turn it on, and it's a digital dash.
Okay, very Corvette of the 90s. I dig that. Yeah, or the 80s. I got a couple questions, Sam. One, what the hell is this?
Oh, that's your flare. For if you
flare?
That's a flare. If you ever need to use it on the side of the road.
Okay.
In the middle of the night.
Is that the range? 2015.3 to 2019.2, or is that just a build code?
I don't know.
If you know, let us know. Yeah, I'm curious. But that's cool that that's just a Japanese thing. We don't have that.
Let's start this puppy up.
No, turn it on, dude.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh wait.
It's silent.
Yeah.
This car's so quiet.
Alrighty, yeah, and you can see on the side over here, the only controls we get are for the mirrors, right? So we only can move the mirrors and we can retract them. They are retractable side mirrors.
Dang.
And yeah, you see we have power steering everywhere. We have all of our usual Toyota stuff, right? But one thing you will notice is that the turn signal is, because it's from Japan, on the other side.
Yeah,
that
so
you wouldn't get here. So if you're driving like you would in the U.S. and you go, oh, I'm gonna make a left turn or a right turn, no, you're not.
Sam,
you're gonna use the wipers.
I've driven this car a fair amount now. This morning I got in and put the wipers on to turn left.
Yep.
It's funny, my father-in-law is enamored with this car, and he drove it, and every single time he tried to turn, he put the wipers on. Also, my UPS driver keeps stopping at her house and asking questions about it. So it's a pretty cool thing in person. I hope that translates on YouTube. Unless you have something else.
You know, and another cool thing is...
Oh, there's more. Oh, no, we can't forget this.
Swinging vents. So you're not freezing your hands off when you're driving.
Wait, is that really the mindset?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What a solution to a not problem. I love that.
Obviously, we just have to have the wood grain.
You gotta have the wood grain. And more Crown Majesta.
Crown Majesta.
In case you forgot. In English.
In English.
Pretty cool. All right, Sam, well, we are in the Crown Majesta. I'm curious about its majestic performance. Any predictions?
This thing's a powerhouse. Bet you it's like 7.8.
Okay. I mean, I know because I just did some runs off camera.
You know, it's like Corvette. It's like 0 to 60 in first gear. That's why.
Okay. Power mode is engaged. That's the only drive mode we have for the transmission. Snow mode is turned off, and traction control is off as well. Not that we really need it in the dry pavement. You ready, Sammy?
Let's do it.
Oh, 1UZ of wallop. Let's go, baby. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90, and 100 kph.
837.
837 to 60.
There.
Without you in it, Sam, my best was 7.47.
Ooh, okay.
Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah,
I predicted 7.4. I got a 7.53 and then a 7.47.
Nice.
It doesn't like loading the torque converter fully. Don't know why. So basically I would let the torque converter flash and then dump the brake. That's what it wanted to do. So that's what she liked the most. And here's the thing we got to get to that's the most important thing, Sam. This car is not about 0 to 60. That just doesn't freaking matter. What matters is the way this thing rides, the way it's quiet. We're doing 50 miles or kph. I don't know what that is.
30.
30. So we're doing 30 miles an hour. It feels like we're sitting still. I do have some right-hand drive notes. If you're driving off your peripherals, if you're not paying the most attention, you end up in the other lane because your head's used to being in the center of the road on like a road we're on now. Yeah. So that's just the difference of right and left-hand drive. Also, I haven't been through any drive-thrus, but I've avoided them on purpose because that might be awkward.
Yeah.
Other than that...
Well, the thing I would say about that is, from personal experience, the people in the drive-thru usually have arms too.
Okay, so it hasn't been a problem for you.
So they can just doop.
They can just do their thing. Okay, cool.
You just gotta pull up real close and hope you don't scratch the mirror. That's all.
Okay, well, they fold if you need to. That's the good news.
Yeah, there you go.
What I want to get back to, though, Sam, is that I love a good Crown Victoria. This is just a better one. It has substantially better build quality, and you've already covered the interior. We don't need to go through that again. And dynamically, it's just riding on a cloud. It rides really, really well. It's not going to be a back road bruiser at all, but it is a good run around town. Don't feel any vibrations, harshness, anything that makes your day worse or more stressful. Although we've shown earlier that this is probably a car to be driven in more than to drive.
Yeah.
I do enjoy driving it.
Yeah.
And the biggest takeaway for me, and this is going to be my closing, you can say anything you want for this, but when people say Toyota quality, this is what they're thinking of. This era and this quality, this is when Toyota was kicking the teeth of the Chevy Lumina, okay? Yeah. The Ford Taurus, things like that. Any Oldsmobile Cutlass. This is pre-Oldsmobile Aurora. This is so much better than all of those. It's not even funny. No wonder Japan had such a wave of popularity coming to the U.S. market.
You know, yeah, I think you're 100% correct. Like, I got into this, and this is what Japan should be making right now. This is what should be coming out of Japan right now. Granted, like, there are a lot of stuff that we can't get right now just because of, like, environment stuff. Like, we're not going to be able to get this dash.
Right.
It's all banned, right? But there's, like...
Well, yeah, there's asbestos in here, probably. There's probably cancer in this thing,
I'm breathing it in every day. No, but, like, I think you hit it. Like, I love to drive this car because it's so comfy. You drive it, and then you get to your destination, you're like, oh, like, I'm not fatigued at all.
Nope, not at all.
We drove this to New Mexico, Galveston, Colorado, and...
You've already had it to Colorado?
We've had it to Colorado.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and it makes the drive easy. You can go 85 miles an hour, and you don't know you're going 85 miles an hour. You would think that with these frameless doors, that there's going to be some wind noise.
There's none.
And there's none.
There's just none. They figured it out.
Yeah, but I think you're 100% correct. This thing is a hoot to drive. It turns heads everywhere you go.
Yep.
And
this is more popular than a red Miata.
Yeah.
You get more questions about it. And one more thing, I'll bring it back to the quality thing, is that the delta of quality between Toyota and American manufacturers today is not that big. They're a lot closer than they've ever been. When this came out, it was massive. You could park a ship in there. And to your point of travels with this thing started in Japan. Now it's here.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool. That's got a story to tell. Highly recommend youth getting into right-hand drive cars. They're cheaper than a new Versa Nissan.
yeah,
right?
the thing is, you got to find them here though, right? So you got to find
You
one.
can import them, but like you found this one in Conroe, Texas, right? Like it was already here. They
Yeah, so
exist.
I bought this for the same price as one that would be in Japan for $9,000.
Okay.
But if I were to import it, it would cost me another $4,000 to $5,000 with paperwork, shipping, and everything else going on. So if you can, find, I mean,
But they exist.
they
they
do
are
exist.
here.
They are here, exactly.
So that's pretty cool. I think it's really awesome. I think it's charming. And I've been saying forever that the youth needs nice luxury boats. That's what this is. All right, all that being covered, this is the town car your grandpa wished he bought. Thanks for watching. See you next time.
Thank you.